I don't know if Cameroonians will ever have the kind of spirit that Nigerians are having. A lady in Nigeria came out and said Tinubu is terrible, his government is terrible, crying because of the hardship in Nigeria. And she started receiving threat from the school administrators. And when Nigeria heard about all these things, the first thing that they did is that all of them, all those on social media came out and started saying the government of Tinubu and Tinubu is terrible, that they are terrible. Everybody saying terrible things about the government to support these ladies, and even opposition leaders, it came out in support of these ladies, standing by her. But in Cameroon, it is the contrary. When you stand out in Cameroon and say the government of President Paul Biya is terrible, or the government of President Paul Biya is the worst government. President Paul Biya has been in power for 42 years without any accomplishment. What you will receive is people calling you behind, telling you that you have to be careful. You do not put your mouth in things that does not consent to you. You do not say things that you do not have evidence over it. Do we need any evidence to say that President Paul Biya is a terrible president in Cameroon? No. We are seeing it the way Cameroon is an evidence. If somebody stand today because the government of President Paul Biya, they are trying to push forward something in the name of hate speech in Cameroon, and then if you stand up and say President Paul Biya is a dictator, the National Communication Council will tell you that you are promoting hate speech, in which you are speaking the truth. President Paul Biya is a dictator. President Paul Biya is an embezzler. President Paul Biya is the one of the most terrible, or the terrible person I have ever seen, or the most wicked. If you stand up and say that the government of President Paul Biya has frustrated all Cameroonians, they will say it is hate speech. If you stand up and say that President Paul Biya has selected the most wicked set of people all over Cameroon to form his government, they will say it is hate speech. And people, instead for the common people to support you, they will start calling your attention. You need to be careful. And then some will be threatening you. Some will say you can never set feet in Cameroon. You will never come back to Cameroon. If you come back, you will be arrested. And then getting all these things, I ask myself one particular question. When can we, or when are we going to be united? Because it is only through unity that we can remove the CPTM from power. All these things that I've just mentioned, and the very thing that the ladies in Nigeria mentioned, that the government of Tinubu is terrible, it is not hate speech. It is not an insult, because that is the reality. If I say President Paul Biya is a thief, that is not an insult. I am just calling out the characteristic or the attitude of president, of who I'm just telling President Paul Biya who he is. If I say that all those who are within government working with President Paul Biya, top government officials, elite, a politician, top businessmen, if I say these are the most wicked people in Cameroon, it is not hate speech. This is the truth. And it is not hate speech. The only thing they need to do after hearing this is not to send people behind me. It's not for to arrest me. The only thing they need to do is to correct themselves and correct their ways if they need to change. Because in my life, I do not consider anything as an insult. If you say, Tasha, you are a thief, the first thing I'm going to do is to examine myself to see if I am a thief. If I'm not a thief, I go me freely, because free conscience, fear no accusation. If I am a thief, I will know that you are not insulting me, but you are correcting me. You are calling my attention that what I am doing is not correct. This is what TFA Talking Point is all about. And I'm just telling you to subscribe to this channel, share this video. One day, I keep on praying, Cameroonians will have that kind of spirit where they will stand up all together one day to remove the CPTM, because this is the only way. I appreciate the courage and the unity in Nigeria. They stand by each. If this lady, after posting this thing, or after receiving the threat from the officials, remain quiet, or Nigeria remain quiet, by now she could have been arrested. But they call her at the school to go there and answer for the videos, and then many lawyers follow, and then the authority disappear. If she could have come alone, she could have been arrested. And this is the spirit we are praying that Cameroonians should have. in order to remove the CPDM from power. We have to remove fear. We have to put that fear away and speak the truth. You who is campaigning, supporting CPDM, you are aware that CPDM is the most wicked set of party or the most wicked group of people. Only 5% of Cameroonians are enjoying the taxpayer money at the detriment of 95%. They don't care whether you survive. They don't care whether you are living in security. They don't care whether you are being killed. They don't care about anything. All they care about is their life and their well-being, their luxurious life, and forget about anything. Cameroonians are dying. 43 years in power and there is nothing to show up for. 92 years old man governing a country of 30-something million people. And then the constitutional successor is 91 years old, unable to walk, unable to stand, re-elected again. The president of the National Assembly, 85 years old. The president of the Constitutional Council, 92 years old. All these people are CPDM militants. And then you say there is no wickedness. People are dying. There is no food. There is no electricity. There is no water. There is no medical healthcare system. There is no education. Frustrating Cameroonians. And we remain quiet because we are afraid of what they will do to us. The only thing they can do to us is to put us in Kondenge or to kill us. But if we remain and say we will not fight for our freedom to be liberated from the captivity of the CPDM, we will remain like this forever. If this is your first time on TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to this channel, share this video. I wanted the government to hear me talking that they are the most wicked set of people. They should change